Welcome. In this video I'm going to talk about upgrading this Hitachi Flashlight from an incandescent bulb to an LED bulb. And this should work with a lot of different brands and tools that use like an 18 volt light bulb. So what I did is I ordered this bulb here on eBay, and I'll put a link in the description to this. It's an affiliate link, and if you use that link it helps me out a little bit. It doesn't cost you anything extra. And this took like a month to get from China, but it was super cheap. So, you know, it's a trade-off. No, actually, this came from the Philippines. A couple years ago, I looked for some of these, couldn't find any. I found some on Amazon, but the eBay had the best deal. So this is a pretty nice package. It looks like it comes in here. It has like foam in a little box. And here is the bulb itself. It looks like a light bulb. And this is the incandescent light here. You can kind of see the bulb pattern there. So to replace these, you got to unscrew the top. I did have trouble with one of these where I was taking one out once and it just popped out because of the spring pressure. So you got to be careful with these things. There we go. And it actually comes with a spare bulb. So I imagine this would work with any of the brands that have the 18 volt power tools. So we'll put the LED bulb in there. And there it is. There's a little ring there. So it looks a little bit bluer, you know. So I don't know if this is better. It's kind of hard to compare. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the lights off, find a bit of wall here, and I'll set the exposure on my camera to stay the same so I can shoot the old and the new bulb, and we can compare how they look directly compared to each other. Okay, so I have the auto exposure and autofocus locked. I'm going to hold the light right next to my camera and I'm going to turn it on. And that's what we see. Here's the incandescent bulb here. And finally, I have this Ryobi flashlight. It's an LED bulb. It's 18 volt. I'm going to use that as kind of a comparison to one. And there's that. Okay, so now I'll put all three on the screen at one time so you can, see a difference between them. Okay, so in case you couldn't see that, what I have here is the, it's a Ryobi, I don't know what the model number, it's a P705 flashlight. And you can see there's an LED in there, it's 18 volt. These are all lithium, and this is lithium too. This is the, I don't know what the name is on this, but you're going to find a lot of the different brands that have these type of lights are going to be similar style. So, I'll have to look at the video later to see what was best. I do like the idea of an LED bulb. I have this so I can use it, but I haven't been using this thing. I thought, I wonder if it'll be any different with an LED light bulb in it. In theory, it should last longer. It'll be more efficient. I would say this kind of circle thing is kind of odd, but when you point it out the wall, it kind of shows up as a dot. I'll show this again without the auto exposure changed, and you can kind of see this dot here. And then if I get closer, it's kind of bright. It looks like a bright dot in the middle here, but to me it looks more like a ring. And when I back out to here, the ring kind of closes in. It almost like this could work better with a diffuser on it, on the outside to diffuse some of the light a little bit. That being said, around the perimeter of it is pretty bright and it's pretty uniform, and I do like that. One thing I don't like about incandescent lights is it has all like the rings in it and stuff. Let's look at the Ryobi. So the Ryobi has the bright spot in the middle. It doesn't really look like as much like a ring, but there is more like banding. You can see like this purple look. I think this is pretty well represented on my camera screen. You know, and it's uniform, but I think the uniformness of the Hitachi is actually a little bit better. And again, here is the Hitachi. It's kind of bright in the middle, but it has that, you know, little lines in there. It's not very uniform around the perimeter. You know, I don't have a light meter where I could, you know, check the actual brightness that comes out of this. You know, your eyes will adjust to whatever brightness you need a lot of times, but I do like the uniformity of the LED. So, you know, it's going to be up to an individual's preference on which they want to do. So, and you know, this was relatively cheap. It was a few dollars for this light bulb. Like I said, it took a month. So, you know, if you break your bulb and you need one right away, this is probably not a good option. I can put a link in the description also to some of these on Amazon. You can get a little quicker. But if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments. If you like this video, please click like. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I'd appreciate it if you could do that. And thanks for watching. Until next time, goodbye.